Hey everyone, welcome back to CyberSecurityTV. Today we're gonna talk about the unvalidated redirect vulnerability. This is going to be our second episode. Last week we saw how an attacker can exploit or phish the users using the redirect vulnerability and what is the redirect and forward vulnerability. This time we're gonna see how attacker can use it, obfuscate and how does it even use that for the phishing attacks. Before we go forward, I just want to make a quick announcement that the file upload vulnerability that the we did 5 or 6 episodes some time ago, all of the source code are now uploaded to the GitHub. The GitHub links are posted onto our Facebook page. Please check out the description down below to get the details, so you can pretty much deploy it to your Apache or Tomcat and then try it yourself, whether it works or not. And of course, leave me a comment if you get stuck anywhere. So let's start going. Now in this episode, we're gonna see how an attacker can use the encoding techniques to kind of obfuscate the malicious part in the URL. Because the last time we saw in the URL we were passing, or the attacker was passing the his or her own website, which could be really if somebody just hover or just paste it into the notepad, they can easily see where is this going and stuff like that. But now we're gonna also see there is another technique using the encoding which the attacker can use, and pretty much it's really difficult for someone like a normal user to see where is this actually going and is this a valid data or not. There are various types of encoding, such as there is a URL encoding, then there is a hex, there is a double encoding. So in this video or in this demo, we're gonna see how we can use different types of encoding to fool the users, and also we'll also see how, as a developer or as a user or as a normal user of the site, how do we protect ourselves against such attacks or phishing. So let's jump onto our VM and see how the encoding works and how the URL works. So this is our VM. Now we are going to pretty much use the same example that we did earlier. So for example, if you click here, you're gonna be redirected to the our Facebook page where we post the regular updates. And just so you know, the GitHub code is right there posted, the latest post. I have yet to upload the remaining ones, but yeah, I have uploaded the 3 exercise right there so you can practice. Now if we copy this one, uh, and let's open up the leaf pad. If the user says this, they can easily be able to recognize whether this is a trusted domain or not. So what as an fisher or as an attacker want to do is they want to obfuscate this, but this particular part. So when it goes to the user, or via chat, via email, via social media, they don't know what they're clicking on. So the easiest way to do is use the encoding. Now there are tons of encoding online tool available. If you just go to the Google and type encoding URL online, there'll be several coming up. For this exercise, what we're gonna use is we're gonna use the burp. So if we go to the burp here, and what I've done is I have copied this particular string which we want to encode, and we have did the URL encoding. Right, now we copy this, and what we'll do is we'll copy this entire thing, oops, and put it here. So this becomes our URL, and let me create some more. Now let's copy this and paste it into the browser. I'm just gonna, now if you remember, if you see, when I pasted this one, only the slash and the special characters got encoded. The other characters like facebook.com, infosec for starter remain as is. So this is still partially encoded, not the fully one, because the user or whoever is the victim can easily see what the payload is. So what we want to do even further is we want to encode, like double encode. So we copy this, we're gonna paste here, and now if you see this string or the encoded part is even longer. So if I put it here, right? Now let's copy this and put it into the browser. Now this one is as is, and like, if the user or victim is gonna see it, they wouldn't know what is this string actually is about. And now we still got redirected to the, our Facebook page. Now likewise, there is another encoding, which is a hex encoding you can try. And of course, if you want to try, you can still copy and paste this one. It will make even bigger URL or bigger payload, which is hard to recognize, but there is a limit to the URL, length, which browser is going to shout, if we are outside of that range. So, okay, as you can see, we have exceeded that limit, so that's why we are not able to execute that payload. But yeah, the double encoding worked to be fine, and then there is also a hex encoding, which pretty much can be used by phishers and attacker to fool or obfuscate the user. Now the next question is, how do we avoid this, or what as a developer can do to warn the user. So one of the things that I have seen and saw on several instances, if the website is going to redirect you to the outside of the domain, they give you sort of a warning message or notice. So the user can know it's not the same domain that they were browsing. So they would be aware before performing any actions. And as a user, you also want to make sure you check the full URL before clicking on anything. And of course, now you guys know also how the URL encoding works. If something looks really fishy, you also have a tons of online tool to go decode these URLs, which you can use to decode and make sure before you click, or only click on the trusted sources. That's pretty much it I want to discuss in this video. If you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to keep receiving more updates and and new videos notification. Um, if you have any comments, any questions, feel free to drop me a comment. That's it from me. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.